Hey, what's up? How you doing? Today, today hopefully this is a more straightforward stream. By the way, hey, what's up? I'm Jared. This is uh this is my stream. I build shit. Software engineer for pretty much a decade since I was like a teenager. Built a lot of stuff, a lot of open source shit. Worked at a lot of different companies. Just look at my LinkedIn. I don't know what to tell you. Um, Google me, cancel me. I don't know. Do what you want. But today, uh, I want to build. So, like, the software engineer interview process sucks. And I was like, how can I genuinely was thinking today, I was like, how can I make something that's super effective at just like, you look at a job application and it's really easy for you to have actionable things to learn looking at it. And I thought of this idea where I could essentially have like, let's go to a job application. I'll share my screen here. Okay. This is gonna be so. By the way, the technologies yeah, I'm using Brave. I don't know. I don't even know why. It's like they're like you saved all this bandwidth. I'm like, does that really affect it? How many seagulls have I saved today? I want to see that number. So like my idea is I'm gonna use Streamlit Python. They're not paying, by the way. Streamlit, what's up? Uh, I've been put the past week. I've been making shit on Streamlit. I made a Hollywood script, full script writer for screenplays. I did another for making Twitter bots. Streamlit, come on. I'm just kidding. I actually don't even want Streamlit's money. But yeah. So today we're gonna use Streamlit. We're gonna use what else are we gonna use? Llama 2. I'm gonna use RunPod API. Not getting paid by them either. I just want to. That's a funny meme. But I'm going to use, so really the idea is I want to scrape the page using readability to get the job description from the job page. It's job pages. I say job apps. It's like, that's the most clear way I could say it. I feel like job page or job description is, I don't know if, I feel like everyone just says job app, but you enter in, you get a URL of a job application that you're looking at. So let's look at, we're doing this all from scratch. We're just building it. Okay. We're just going for it. See, if you're 10x, you do for things from scratch. So they don't tell you in your fucking coding boot camp. Okay, so let's see. Go to like LinkedIn jobs. Actually, let me look up. So let's say I'm looking for a job, software engineer job. Like let's say I'm looking for a senior role. Okay, like for my first senior role. I left before I realized I was like, do I want to ever have a senior job or do I want to like have fun and like start companies? And I was like, I definitely don't want to have a senior job. I'm kidding. You can do both. uh, just being a fucking idiot. But I've ever had to choose between the senior job and the middle of a job. And the middle of a job looked way easier, and I was like, the pay was pretty similar, and I was like, I don't know. Anyway, software engineer jobs. Uh, I'm having too much fun here. I gotta hold it back. I've been doing a lot of streams where it's like I'm genuinely making something hard that's gonna take like 10 hours. Literally, look at the recent streams I've had, uh, and now I feel a little bit better. All right, so this is a what the fuck kitchen? No, that's not. All right, let's look at this software engineer role, 100K to 60K. Let's exit out of here. All right, so here we have a job description. So let's say you have this is on Glassdoor. These kind of look weird. I'm not going to test on Glassdoor. But either way, I wanted to scrape the job, scrape all this information, maybe even scrape some of this. I want to do it automatically. Um, we could, there's a couple ways we could do it. So I'm going to use readability. I'm actually going to do this raw and see how smart Llama 2 can be. We're not using Mistral today. I've been using Mistral a lot. RunPod doesn't have Mistral yet, so and I want to make this like a tool you can use easily. So you know, I don't know how to tell you there. So it's going to scrape this description. This is a terrible job description to test on. So like, and it's going to generate some mock interview questions using the technologies, using all the information from the job description. It's going to generate. You'll say, "Hey, I want to generate 10 questions. I want to generate the level of intensity. So I want to see, and also I want to make it so that the types of questions. So you can say, hey, generate a project question, you know, generate a question for, like project isn't like a take home project question. Generate a, like some leet code question, some algorithmic questions. Generate like a design architecture. Like we have different options, and then we're going to programmatically build it. All right, so let's go. Let's just set up the project locally. I want to get like a real job page real quick. Go to LinkedIn. You guys get to see my LinkedIn here. LinkedIn's taking its fucking time. Imagine if I was just so mad all the time at like I'll be like super normal and then I'm like anyway, so LinkedIn's taking its fucking time and I just freak out. All right, so go to software engineer jobs. Software engineer jobs. Yeah, in jobs. Okay. See, senior backend services engineer. That's a good one to test on. Probably. I want to test on one that has a fairly comprehensive thing. We're gonna use readability to scrape it. I love readability. Love it. I want to see. Let's see what happens if we get this link. Should we make this a Chrome extension? No, I don't want to do that. I want to make it like a specific website. Let's copy this link. What happens if I click this? How do we make this generically? Might be better to do a Chrome extension. I really want to use Streamlit and have it so you paste in the URL. I love that. Chrome extensions aren't as fun as just having like a website that does it. Let's see. This is the job page view. Is this public? Let me go to, because I don't want to automate logging in or obviously to. Oh, it's public. Okay. Oh, it's a show more. Okay. Let me see. Show less. Show more. Well, that's show more is not great, obviously, but the readability might be able to get what's in the show more. We'll see. We'll see if readability is good. By the way, if you don't know readability is this Mozilla package for readability. It's this Mozilla package for making for essentially extracting article content. What is the readable article? That's why it's called readability on the website, and it's pretty generic. And I mean, you could see the script here. It's not like that crazy. They really find dense content recursively on the page. It's essentially what's happening here. Yeah, I don't know why I'm showing you the code. It doesn't matter at all. We're not going to be updating that at all. All right. Long story short, if this doesn't work though, I'm going to just get the inner text of the page and then just see if the context window breaks. All right. Anyway, let's do Streamlit. This is how the app is going to work. We're going to have the amount of questions you want. I just thought of something else that would be interesting. Oh yeah, the type of question you want. we're going to have an option for do you want example answers. So here are the technologies we're using. So if you're 10x, you got to think about the technologies you're doing. Okay. By the way, the 10x thing is not a joke. All right, so we're going to use Python, we use Streamlit, the UI, and we're going to use readability, library, the web scraping. We're actually we are going to use Selenium. If you want to use Selenium, I think that's important because the reason why we're going to use Selenium is because I really, really don't want to I don't want to just assume that these pages are going to load. So we'll have to use Selenium, which should be fine. I'm not too worried about that. I think on Streamlit we can actually, yeah, let's use Selenium. But I think on Streamlit it should be easy to deploy an application that is starting a browser routine. If not, that's okay. You think? Fuck, should this just be a Chrome extension? Let me think. If I think the Selenium part's going to make it hard. Let me just look up something. Streamlit. Let's see. Projects to test Selenium running on Streamlit Cloud. Currently, okay, they said a few months ago the demo app doesn't work. Whatever. It's not that easy to install and use Selenium in container-based environments. Yeah. Pitfalls: use Selenium. You need to always two components installed in your machine, the web browser. The three options. Okay, this guy figured it out. Do I risk it? And I need these. I knew I would need these. And then he has a Docker for the local setup. That's cool. Service G. Are you a bot, Nicholas? What? Are you just saying Latin? Like, I don't understand. All right. Pip install Selenium. All right. I think we can actually do it if we do this setup here. I'm gonna set it up in this file so it works, and then worst case scenario, we can deploy Selenium on like Railway or something. I can deploy offline. No, it's German. It means hello. Oh, dude, I'm an idiot, Nicholas. You think I know German? Hey, what's up? What's up, Nicholas? I'm glad that you didn't freak out too, dude. From Germany? How are you in Germany right now? How's it going over there? Um. All right. So yeah. Let's do this. Let's use Selenium and Streamlit because I want to deploy to Streamlit Cloud. So I think we have to do that. Readability library. We're going to use Llama 2, 13 billion parameter model. The context window and the types of problem we have should be simple enough that. What do you mean by mock interviews? Are you going to make the AI make a list of questions or a roadmap for the requirements? Yeah, it's gonna generate a mock interview. So like a mock interview is like it's like a sort of just like a way to do interview prep for a job. So it'll have like fake questions that would be like questions for the that would be questions for the actual job. So it'll generate questions. So like for instance, for this, I just had a job application over. For this job right here, it's like a senior backend services job. So they may ask you a question about, hey, like in what can you think of setting up a load balancer from scratch? Like how does the logic of a load balancer work what are the different types of load balancers? Like, for instance, like they talk about cloud technologies here. They'll be like, what are the benefits of using AWS over GCP in this instance? Are there? Does it matter? I'm not saying that's a legit question. I'm just saying that's an example. So it'll generate questions like that. Thanks, man. I enjoy watching your videos, learning so much. Awesome. Uh, Abdul Abdulman, dude, I fucked up your name. I'm sorry. Abdulman, what's up? Yeah, dude. This one, if you want to see, this one, hopefully is going to be a lot more straightforward. Maybe not the deployment because of all that Selenium shit, but I think this one's going to be way simpler than other ones for sure. Uh, all right, cool. Let's do it. So the way the pipeline goes is the user inputs. This is kind of like our rough architecture. So we're gonna have this user inputs, and it's really we can abstract this whole thing to be just like a user project, right? I'm glad you're using Selenium since I'm scraping LinkedIn. I'm stuck in a bug for a week, and that's to do with memory. What environment are you in? Because if you're doing a lot of web scraping and having a memory issues, there's a ton of ways to address it that I can help you out with. There's tons of ways you can. It's very easy to waste memory when doing browser automation. Very easy to do that, and I've done that a ton recently. All right, so user inputs. So one user input is going to be obviously the job page URL, and we're going to have um, the level of intensity. Actually, we're not even going to have. Let's not do level of intensity. It doesn't make sense. We should have one that's the types of questions. So type questions. This is going to be for like software engineers mostly. So I'll call it like 10x engineer buddy, fuck interview buddy or something, as I do with every fucking project. Everything I make is called 10x something, except the script monkey. The script monkey's doing okay. Also, I'll be guesting on some podcasts in a couple weeks from some people that saw the script monkey, the Hollywood scriptwriter thing. They thought it was cool. That one, yeah, that one's like it. Also, it's super simple, and I'm trying to make stuff that's more simple. Um, yeah, I'm in Germany right now. It's good here, but very late. It's 2 a.m. I'm coming. Oh, dude, awesome! The fact that you're watching this at 2 a.m. is nuts. Why not have the user enter the job description and start instead of scraping the site? I could do that, Maliki. I could do that. I could do both. Let's do both. Let's say they can. We're gonna try both. Job page URL or paste the job description. Good point. Or paste. I want to have the job URL as an option, but you're right. They could just paste the job description. This is such a good point. Thank you. Um, uh, kind of know this, but why Llama 2 is your AI of choice? Honestly, Mistral is I'm kind of more of a fan now. Because it's so effective being so small. Like Mistral's reasoning abilities are pretty great. Um, Llama 2, the 13 billion parameter model, is very accessible on RunPod. I discovered this RunPod thing the other week, and this is what I made the Hollywood scriptwriter with. And dude, it's so cheap. Like it actually blows my mind how cheap it. Well, it doesn't blow my mind because really like I haven't even used like $1 yet. That's like, dude, there's been like hundreds of people using the street, almost 1,000 people using the Hollywood scriptwriter. So like it hasn't even, it's been like, yeah, 40 cents. That's like crazy. Um, and it generates entire scripts. So like I love, oh yeah, but Llama 2 is very powerful. It's small and it's fast. And it's cheap, as you can see here. Like if GPT 4 is, I've found it to be a little overkill for things like this. Um, Also, this helps. Say there's no job listings they want, but want a mock job, they can enter the, 100%. Um, yeah. No, I'm gonna have like you enter in the job position. I am gonna have this, by the way. So I'm gonna have an option where, or like you enter in the job position and the job description. Honestly, guys, with the whole Selenium bullshit, should I just, like, Maliki, you think I should just not? Because if I do the job URL thing, that might actually be a pain in the ass for the deployment. Dude, honestly, I think I'm just gonna do the job. Like, what's the actual benefit of doing the job page URL other than just pay? Like, it's such a minor inconvenience or convenience. I'm gonna keep it. No need to do URL stuff. Yeah, yeah, I think you're right. All right. Anyway, so yeah, we'll figure it out in a sec. Uh, so it'll have the types of questions you want, how many questions, and then it'll have, because it's so important. Yeah, what you said, how someone could write in their own description and everything. That's actually like that's a good point. All right. So how we want to have how many questions, and then we want to have an option for auto answering the questions. Okay. So what else? Oh yeah, job position, types of questions you want. So for this, we can make it so this is more of a select option for each question. Yeah, I think that makes sense. And the way that this should work is, all right, cool. I think that makes sense. It was actually finding an AI for my project as well. So thanks so much for telling me about the cost. The cost is like, oh no, it doesn't read it. It shouldn't matter. The yeah, no, you're. I'm not doing the job URL. There's no point. It opens up so much, and it's gonna limit the amount we can get done. Honestly. Um. All right. Cool. So they're gonna type in the job position, the job description, the types of questions they want. The thing is, we're gonna try it first without doing much prompt, like web scraping and shit. Um, but eventually, I think we may have to scrape to get some information from like Wikipedia and stuff. I don't know. Like a lot of this stuff is it's super specific on like the types of tools and things like that. That we may have to do some fetching for the tools. Like we may have to say parse the tools from the job description, and based on these tools, like get like Google search data about it. Um, but we'll see. I think Llama 2 is powerful enough to deal with it. Honestly. All right, cool. So we're gonna have something to auto answer the questions and auto fill that. Great. What else? What else do we need? We don't need readability anymore or Selenium. We're just doing Python, Streamlit, and we're just fucking going. All right. So let's do it. Let's create a project. Oh my god, so much shit going on there. Oh yeah, I was gonna do next video. I'll probably do something that summarizes YouTube podcasts or just any podcast um, using Whisper and shit. I might do something like that, or I might do something a little more aggressive. That's a little simple. All right, so MKDir 10x interview Jen interview prep 10x interview prep. All right. So for your Python projects, I always suggest creating a virtual environment using virtual env. I think it's good. Oh, no scraping then? No, I don't think there's a point. What's the benefit of scraping other than them pasting it? I'm like trying to think like what's the benefit of it? It's like it might actually cause like a ton of issues. But then again, it's like kind of magic. The magic in it might be, dude. I'm like so back and forth about that. Anyway, we'll do it with the pasting first, and then we'll do the URL part in the end if we have time. All right. Support info is doing an automated YouTube video timeline. It's complicated. Like you give video URL and the timeline is automatically generated. What do you mean timeline? Like the chapters? Like doing auto chaptering? Auto chaptering would be fucking interesting. That's actually a really good idea. But I don't know what you mean. All right, so let's make a main py file. Pip install streamlit, and that's all we should need for third-party shit for now. All right. It says everything I was already satisfied. Yeah, what do you mean by timeline read? But yeah, we're gonna do it without the scraping first, and then we'll see if we can just quickly figure out doing scraping. Should be fine. Should be fine. It'll just yeah, instead of oh wow, yeah. Chaptering. Yeah. That would be a cool video. Doing auto chaptering. That's actually really cool. That'd be very, very cool. Okay, so where are we going? So we're gonna the real thing we're gonna I'm in the wrong. The real thing that we're doing here is we have to get where's the another project I have. Yeah, let's import. We don't need .env, I don't think. Oh no, we do kind of need it. That's okay. All right, so we have streamlit JavaScript. We don't need that. We're probably gonna need the JSON. Yeah, we're probably gonna need JSON and OS. All right, so streamlit. There's a title, some title bullshit. So we'll call this. What is this? What should this be called? Job to interview. Jobly. Interviewizer. You want to? I'll call it. Are you even 10x? No. It's a 10x interviewee. I was just like, I can't literally. I'm just laughing to myself because I literally can't think of anything that doesn't start 10x. 10x interview interview Jen. All right. Well, we'll do that for now. Such a fucking stupid. I think I might actually be losing some IQ points from all this 10x talk. Like streamlit run main.py. Why I call it main.py, I don't know. I don't know why I called it main.py. Oh yeah, so the thing is, the reason why this is actually going to work well is because we're going to be using the memory of the previous interviews in the context window for the next interview, if that makes sense. For the next question, if that makes sense. You'll see what I mean by that, but okay, yeah. Oh, we're done. All right, so let's set up. We don't need a whole sidebar. I don't think. Um, no, we should do a sidebar. Sidebars are good. Streamlit, dude. Streamlit's great. Huge fan. Yeah, Reed. I think I'm gonna do the scraping in the end, if we have time. So, by the way, what issues have you had with the scraping for LinkedIn? Let's see. All right, so let's go allow and let's go to API reference. We're just gonna look at the API and see all the shit we can do. We're gonna see all the shit you can do. So let's get the title. We already did title. Oh yeah, we need the sidebar. I think I remember the sidebar. I think we can say. I think we could do this. And we could say with sidebar as. No. I don't think we need to do that. I think we could say, and then we could say sidebar dot markdown, or let's say text input label is like job position. And then we'll have text area, job title. Is that how you do it? I feel like they're gonna freak out. Yeah, do always rerun. Yeah. I fucked that up. I'm trying to like when I learn new libraries, I try to always memorize shit about how it works. Okay. With ST, and then we could say, oh, I see how it works. It's like that. All right, cool. And then let's have a little header here. I like how they let you use like Markdown. I really like that. Let's say enter the job details. We'll have a little option that's like we'll have an option that's like fill I'll say or and we'll have an input for we'll do this job page URL. This will be experimental. Or fill info job page URL. Okay. So extend your I have a timeout. I would just split on the answer. If right, do. If wrong, do X. I have a timeout exception. It indicates message with a stack trace, a bunch of memory addresses. Change the methods to extract the elements, added WebDriver wait, but the same error keeps popping. So you have a situation where you have a timeout exception and it indicates a message with a bunch of memory addresses. You're using Selenium. I mean, it's LinkedIn. It's not. No, it doesn't have to do with the WebDriver, in my opinion. It sounds like it's You can do what Maliki's saying. Get handle verifier. Oh wow. Yeah, I don't know what get handle verifier is, but it sounds to me like when you're trying to get the element handle, it's timing out. That yeah, I mean, it sounds like you just need to pass in 0 for the timeout, so it goes on forever. Um, or pass it or just make the timeout go on forever. Sounds like, or you could also write in your own manual WebDriver wait for that. That's what it sounds like. I'd have to look at it more. Unfortunately. Okay. Enter in job details, and then I could say or fill out this. Do the divider. Okay. And we're gonna call this the 10x interview gen. Is such a terrible name. All right, so let's use some emojis. Guy on computer emoji for software engineers. I do want to like have this, like I want it to be only tested on software engineers. Interview gen. TEDx interview buddy. All right. Yeah, let's just do TEDx interview buddy. All right. So enter the job details, job position. Fill info. Okay, we have the divider. All right. So now under this, we have the options. So I'm going to say this. These are going to be options. And under the options, we're going to have the submit button. It's not immediate. Let's see, ST button. Submit or generate interview. All right, so let's do the options. Okay, so the first option is how many questions you want. So we can do a slider. Yeah, let's do a slider because I don't want them to do like a ton because this is like, yeah, I don't want them to do like a ton of shit. So let's have a slider that's like, first thing is going to be, oh yeah, it's going to be called total questions. One, the max value will be 100 questions. I mean, I think it's going to break. Let's just do 50 questions. Because the context window is definitely not going to go that far. I'm a C# guy as well. Yeah, dude, read HC sharp. All right, so we have the slider, and so the checkbox. Let me think. What are the other options again that I wrote out? That's your job description. Types of oh yeah, the types of questions. How are we gonna figure that out? So we gotta have some way to enter out the types of questions. Little questions. Types of questions. Not gonna be a slider. We'll have a select. Yeah, a multi-select. How does it work? Yeah. Do they have a free form multi-select where you like type it in? That would be nice. I highly doubt it. We'll just have to make a lot of options. But all right, so what are these two? Oh, these are the pre-selected things. We don't have to do that, or we'll pre-select one of these. But all right, so let's have these are the question types, and we use question types, the first two or something as the defaults, and then we'll put all the question types here. And it's like the types of questions you want to generate. They'll just for now we'll just randomly do it per question. We'll just pick randomly. All right. So the question types we have open ended. Remember this is like kind of for software engineer roles. Maybe like tech architecture role. Architecture design take home assessment multiple choice. So we'll find out a way to parse the multiple choice ones. Multiple choice, yes or no. Open-ended architecture design take home assessment. Behavioral. Well, we'll do that for now. Still beginner. What's your first Vanro? What's your first web dev project? Hey, what's up, Hassan? How you doing? How's life? All right, cool. So here are the types of questions that they want. Remember, these are like software jobs. I don't want to. They're the only jobs that matter. Let's be honest. Oh, you know what? I didn't even. I should have like data structure and algo. Uh, for some of these, I really want to. Some of these are going to be very specific how they work. Some of these are going to be a little more data structure and algo. Oh my god, people fucking hate that shit, right? What's up with that? Why does everyone hate that? Why does everyone hate data structures and algorithms? You know, like I don't know. By the way, we're gonna have to, I think, do prompts for each of these except these three. These three, we can just use the same prompt and just replace multiple choice with yes or no. Architecture, design, behavioral, take home. I want to have a separate prompt for each of these. We can do that upfront work. Yeah. So, all right. the we go to all right. Nice. This oh dude, this is actually pretty cool. I hope this works. And we can think about new features we can just keep adding to it, you know? All right. This is generate mock interview. Just say generate. Oh yeah, we want to have something that answers that figures out answers for them. And we'll say that's experimental because I really don't think that one's gonna work out well. I'll just be totally honest. Um, I don't know how because yeah, we're not like using GPT-4 here, but Llama 2 is great though. It's really really good. Um, what was I just? Oh yeah, the toggle. Yeah. All right, so we want to have a st. So this is going to be answer. We don't need to put these in. I'll put these in variables in a sec. So we're going to have a st toggle, and this is going to be generate answers experimental. Whenever there's something you're not sure about, just do experimental. That's the 10x way. If you're not okay, so here are the options. All right, looks good. Here are the total questions. Here's a select the type of questions you want to generate. Generate answers to generate and answers to. I think that's fine. Okay, so this is their 10x interview buddy. Interview coach. No, it's an interview coach. Obviously, it's not your buddy. It's your halftime coach. This is your halftime coach. It's like, hey, dude, you guys got to get back in the game. Okay, we're gonna do some drills. We're gonna do some drills. All right. Really, this is really just a way to do drills. This is really what it is. Okay. Something's weird about this view a little bit. Hold on a sec. No, I think it's fine. Okay. All right, let's do it. Let's start with the first thing. First things first, well, we need sessions for all these. We can set that up. It's st.session_state. Trying to remember. I always try to remember libraries and how they work when I use them. I like if you notice the way I build stuff, I'll try to use the same shit like over and over again. We won't do this one yet because I like do the question count. I like to like get that muscle memory in a little bit. This is our question types. Then here are our answers. Do answers. It's a Boolean. All right, then the button. I believe we have an on-click event here. Oh, actually, no. I don't like there. By the way, Streamlit, you're great, but your on-click, your events suck. Sorry, it doesn't make sense. Just being real. Name is Black Howling in the group. Oh, Black Howling. I think I oh, you just joined, Vanra? Hey, what's up? Dude, yeah, say what's up. Yeah, a lot of people are self-taught here, dude. A lot, yeah. Maliki's is the goat. Yeah, so yeah, what are you trying to learn right now? Like what's everyone trying to learn right now, by the way? I think gaming right now is a really interesting field right now with AI gen. I would say it's probably best to I mean, you can experiment and stuff, but probably best to go to the traditional route and learning Unity and just get Unity is one of those things. There's so much so many people have been working on Unity for years that it's like you gotta just know the Unity language. You're trying to move into web dev and software dev first? Nice. Hey Bob, what's up? Bob, we were talking last night. So Cosmos? Oh, really? A bare bones OS? You can port simple console apps to a bare bones OS and C sharp. Wow. Does that use Unity? Is that or like how does that even work? Okay, cool. I'm assuming it just ports it. Okay, so let's all right. So this button, we're gonna have a state for generate click. If whenever I think C sharp, I literally just think Unity. So, is C sharp good for anything else? Just kidding. Well, you could do a ton with C sharp. Remember my buddy would he used his Xamarin a lot, and he used to love that. I don't know if he loved it or it's just he was good at it though. All right, so the interview coach. So we're gonna have little like first we're gonna do the generation. Let's actually set up the generation. I gotta get my I by the way I make new API keys like every stream, so it's not crazy that you'll see it. It's not much you can do. I was like, oh fuck, I gotta like hide the thing. It doesn't matter. Um, there's not much you can do. So you'll hack me and then I'll waste like $10. I have a set limit on here. Oh shit. Hold on a sec. I gotta do the Gmail thing. Okay. Hold on. 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, join the in the Discord. I feel like it's really good to it's really, in my opinion, really, really good to introduce yourself. A lot of people in the chat here hanging out introduced themselves. Bob did. Like now I know Bob. Bob's cool. It helps a lot because like the internet's filled with a lot of randos, and it's cool to just like have that human connection and like be cool. Like I feel like that's a normal thing to introduce yourself when you join a community. Like and then people like want to when they see you, they're like, "Oh, that's the guy who used to do this." And like Bob apparently like learned to code when he was like 9. You know, like that's how I think when I think of Bob. I'm like, oh, that dude's he's been coding for like 60% of it or like 70% of his life. All right, so like can anyone else say that? All right, I gotta get my key. Oh fuck, do I need to just? Oh shit, hold on. Oh no, you know what I can do? I can do this. I don't want to generate anything new. Hmm. All right, I gotta go to. Just C sharp, no Unity. I haven't really messed with it. I only use JMonkey and Go. C sharp's the best. I remember someone said can't create flying and UO since I was under the belief anything's possible in C. Yeah, it's funny. The first, it's funny what you're saying, Maliki, because it's like the first. As soon as you start to like, as soon as you start to like get to know how as soon as you start to understand how a coding language works, you literally think you're God for like a week. That's what I think. That's why so many software engineers start these like demonic like businesses where they're like, yeah, we're gonna like redistribute wealth from like Africa into like I don't know McDonald's burgers or something. Like it's like it'll be like the most absurd like businesses because like something about software engineering once you like get it, you get into a flow where you're like I might just build like a fucking spaceship today, or it's like I might build like it's like I don't know, like I could technically do anything, right? Like, but and then you get humbled really quick, and then you realize, oh shit, I'm actually nothing. You're like, I'm nothing. All right, so let me actually do this. I just realized we need the streamlit run. Has anyone else had that moment where you're like, fuck, I can do anything, and then you're like, no, I can't actually at all. There's so much I don't know actually. That it's embarrassing. I've had moments where I'm like, oh shit, like I like once you understand the logic, you do have a moment where you're like, oh wait, everything just makes sense. But it's like, nah, you don't know shit. You don't know nearly as much as you think you do. No, they just ruin the fun. Their whole TypeScript, dude, TypeScript sucks. Dude, I know I'm probably like ruffling some feathers there. I don't care. TypeScript makes if that was the first language I learned, I promise you I would not be coding right now. TypeScript is like, hey, you want like an environment that doesn't make sense and you want to try to make sense out of it and work 10 times, like do 10 times more work than is necessary. The only way, I've said this before and I'll say it again, the only way TypeScript works, or the only reasons why TypeScript will ever work, is if you're in a large community. I mean, if you're at a large business that has already had a huge JavaScript code base. If they've had a huge JavaScript code base and they can't manage it, and they have a lot of communication between people that don't understand and should understand and all this, like I understand why like NPM the company would like use TypeScript. Completely understand. But if you're like starting out, it's like, dude, it's a waste of time. I mean, JavaScript sucks, and I mean that from the bottom of my heart. I use JavaScript all the time. I use it all the time. Obviously, I mean, dude, I've been like JavaScript. I do love JavaScript, but TypeScript is great until it isn't. That's all I can say. Either I want full time SIF. Yeah, there's no type safety. It's a lie. You know what has type safety? Rust. It's like if you want to build damn, I really need to keep that in mind. Thanks. Yeah, no, like Rust is beautiful. Rust is like dude, Rust is great. But the thing is, it's like people don't want to build their apps in Rust, so it's like so we all got to use JavaScript, right? We got to pretend like TypeScript makes sense. That's the deal. That's that's the deal we're all playing. All right, let's see. Okay, let's get this. Okay, we have the UI set up. This is the basic UI. We're going to generate the interview questions, and it would actually be cool if we had something that can judge our answers. You know what? I didn't even think about that. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna make a note of that because to do feature to judge your answers. Yeah, I think that'd be a cool little feature where you can actually like respond to each question. We won't do that for now. We'll just show the questions and shit. But I didn't even think that would actually be a really good feature. Um, we could have a pass and fail rating. That'd be cool. Van Run. If we do actually have answers, would the answers be based on? We could have like it's a quiz. We could sort of treat it as you're generating a quiz. I didn't even think of that. I was just thinking it'd be really valuable to get the questions and see the answers. Because before interviews, I always like look at question and answer mock interview things. And I thought it'd be cool to make one of those. Uh, I don't know why I'm so intense about TypeScript. I feel like I enjoy writing JavaScript sometimes, and when I see people using TypeScript, I'm like, that's fine, but are you just using it because you think like I probably most businesses do not care if you know how to code in Java in TypeScript. I mean the ones that'll like pay you well, that are like high quality. I've never I don't even know a quality business that really cares what language you like that's hiring high echelon dudes that really cares what language you code in. Like I know that sounds stupid, but they typically don't really. Um, I mean, like obviously they care if you know like one of the main ones like Python, C, C++, Java, C sharp, all that shit. But the tests really aren't like language specific. I've never had like any. Mostly the tests are like pick your language. Has anyone like had different experiences? I wouldn't do pass fail. When learning, you fail, redo until you succeed. So I would loop them when answering wrong on a question that isn't identical but similar. Interesting. Yeah, we'll figure that out. I think you might be right about that. Where it's like it's just slowly figuring out if they have until they get the right answer, rather than doing the quiz format. All right, did I interpret that right? Okay, so generate click. All right, let's do it. So let's go to the. I'm gonna copy stuff from the Hollywood writer because obviously I copy my own code. Because if you don't, what the fuck are you doing? Um, dang, this past week I've been like sick this past week, and I feel like I've been just cursing a ton this past week, like unnecessarily. I think that happens whenever I get sick. So let's make a function for. Um, I think I get a little nihilistic. Yeah, all those like 8 hour streams, I was like kind of sick. Fine though, I'm totally fine now, and I was then, but like the all right, let's call this Llama 2 request, and then we're not gonna pass in the prompt. We're gonna pass in the prompt. We're gonna actually have a prompt class this time. We didn't have a prompt class before, and we should have. Uh, we definitely should have had a prompt class before. Um, to just organize everything. I'm keeping everything in the same file because Streamlit kind of has this. I don't have to do everything in the same file, but it kind of has this. I don't know. I've seen everyone just do their projects in single files, and I don't know if that's like a thing that matters. Um, yo, cursing is good for our souls. Yeah, sometimes it is. Not when you get good grades, set bar. Yeah, the yeah, exactly. They have to know the material. No, dude, I loved it. Coding saved my life. Okay, so I guess maybe I did, but you kind of get what I'm saying. Yoga, the yoga for chats. Wait, you're saying coding is the yoga for chads, or is cursing the? Oh no, cursing's the yoga for chads. It's funny. We do have a weird culture now where people are a little like. I remember growing up, cursing wasn't like nearly as big of a deal as it is now. I don't know if anyone else knows what I'm saying there. Like, I just feel like there's more of a pussy culture, more, more like things are a little more on edge. Oh, we can set the max tokens. We'll always do the max tokens high for this one. Okay, frequency penalty. That's fine. Prompt, and then we'll pass. Well, actually, you know what? We gotta Do this. Okay, we gotta have the template. We'll do template like this. This is the Llama 2 template, which if you see in the streams, dude, I've been doing this a ton. With this, like, I've made so many of these only because I find it so fun to make these stupid little things. Um, I just try to be more like you guys when it comes to code. Um, you'll find your way. A lot of life is finding your sword. So are we doing multiple choice or written response? So I'm gonna have all of it. So we'll have yes or no. So and we'll do this like for now I'll just make it randomly pick what out of these. Uh, but I want to do something where you can say, hey, I want to have a mixture of yes or no or multiple choice and open ended, and you just like keep. But then these are the ones that are more specific, where we're gonna have prompts that are catered to each of these. So it's like, this is an architecture question, this is a design question, this is a take home. I just realized design doesn't make much sense. Hold on. No, we'll do design. We'll have a take home assessment question, and we'll have a data structure and algorithms question. Have the AI check answer. I wouldn't do multiple choice. Oh no, but we're not. So the real way this works is it's optional to do the answer. So like, uh, it's not. This isn't like a quiz. Like, I think someone here mentioned doing a quiz. I'm gonna do a quiz in the end if we have time. For now, yeah. So like, it's generating the questions, and then it's gonna generate the answers to the questions. If you wanted to generate the answers, and then if we have time, I want to do. Yeah. But no, I want to do the quiz. I'm just saying, like, first we're just because I think it's super useful just to get the questions. And then after we do the questions, I want to do the quiz part. I do want to do the quiz part, but like, I want to make it set up so the quiz is like an additional thing where it's like, just give me multiple choice questions, and then show me what the answer would be, or something like that. Uh, I just realized the generate answers all shouldn't. It doesn't make sense to do a multiple choice without generating the answer, or the yes or no. It should always generate the answers by default. Yeah. I'm not gonna make this a experimental toggle. It's gonna always generate answers. In the view, we're gonna have it show answer. Okay, so let's do this. It's the template, and so the way it's gonna, I just want to have a place to like organize the prompts. So we're gonna have like, get prompt for whatever, for multiple choice or whatever. We'd have a general prompt here. Yeah. We'll do it like this. Let's say for general question. We want to have ones that are just general questions. Then we'll pass in the question type right here. All right. So, but the prompt, we're going to initialize this class with the what's it called? With the job description. With the job position. I do job title somewhere. I call this job title. This job description. What am I saying? Job description. Your mind's racing. No. The quiz I think is going to happen. It's just I need to do the first part first. Thought it'd be interesting to compare vectorized answers. Interesting. Vectorization might not be strong enough for this. Yeah, I genuinely, even though LLMs aren't perfect, I think LLM, the autoregressive nature of it will be better. Like telling it to do something next, to generate these tokens next, will be better than doing vectorization to compare things here. I'm pretty sure it would have to be like a pretty. We'd probably like we would have to use GPT's vectorization vectors, their embeddings, but even then, I don't think those would be good enough compared to like at that point just use GPT's code completion, text completion. Um, all right, cool. So we're gonna generate. So this is gonna be we're gonna have a generate questions script, and we're gonna have a session with all the questions in it, and we got to do something here. Do something with response. Oh, we got to get the response. I'm taking this from the last script. So apparently, RunPod works in a certain way where it might return a status completed the first time, but it might not, which sucks. But we're gonna do something like this. We're gonna set the output, which is gonna be the text, nothing, and then we don't have to do this join part. Oh yeah, this doesn't really matter. It's always gonna be an array of 0. So this doesn't really matter, but we're still going to do that. All right. So if it's not completed, we got to do this loop. I'm just going to copy this loop right here. I'm just going to, yeah, let's do a try catch. It's a forever loop. That's why we're doing the try catch. The try accept. I'm going to import time because eventually this would have to break. We could also do so whenever you have these like forever loops where you're checking, where you're polling for information. Typically, not long polling. Long polling is a different thing. It's a very important concept for web dev stuff, but when you're just like polling for information, you're doing the interval polling stuff. It's good to have thresholds. I don't care about that here. We don't need to do that actually, because this is pretty safe. We're sleeping for half a second. We're hitting their status URL, which I didn't paste in here. Hold on. So they have a status URL. If it's not the synchronous request, they have a synchronous request, RunPod's API, and they have an asynchronous request. They're not using the synchronous request. Then you have to keep hitting the status URL. This is all written from the past stream, and you have to keep hitting it and then getting the stream of new tokens, then adding it to the output. We got to get rid of all this screenplay stuff. It's not useful. And this is the end where it returns it. It's going to continue if it's in progress. It's going to get the stream, add it, and then here, actually, hold on. We need to. I actually think we're missing something here. Hold on. Output text. Oh no, we're good. All right, and then we're going to return nothing. Actually, we want to return output here. All right, so it's fairly safe. Time sleep doesn't ever break, so we don't have to. Another thing, don't put unnecessary shit in your try catch. This is the biggest try block you'll see me do without putting this stuff in a function, which is important for compiling optimization. Is just not having huge try blocks, especially for JavaScript. Only thing I see vectorizing data for local database lookups. Yeah, the LLM is already pretty good is already a pretty good database. Started messing around with them, still trying to figure out the limitations. Nice. The All right, cool. So this is our function we're gonna do our prompting with. This Llama 2 request thing. We're gonna hit 13 billion chat model. All right, so I think we can. Oh yeah, so let's have here is the description. By the way, saying here is this versus this below, way better. When I was doing, I know Maliki, you saw this when I was doing all the this thing is below thing, it would just fucking break. Here is the job position. But that's gonna be for everything. That's why we're putting it in here. But we want to have a prompt for general questions, and that's gonna be. By the way, the reason why we're doing this is we're gonna return this. We're gonna pass in info to this, which is gonna be like prompt that we have here. We're gonna pass in prompt, and this is gonna be like this, and then it's gonna be like that. All right, so what is this prompt? I can say my intention. It's also like not a terrible way to prompt with these, is being like, I intend to do this or whatever. All right, so you are a software. Oh, should I limit it to software engineer? I'm gonna limit it to software engineer. We're doing software engineer. Okay. Interview bot. I just don't wanna. It doesn't matter to do it for other stuff, honestly. All right, you're software engineering, interviewing bot. Your role is to generate mock interview. Doesn't matter. It's mock interview questions for the given job description and job title. You must follow the instructions. You must follow these instructions. First, you must analyze the job description. This is the general for general questions. So this is for multiple choice, yada, yada, yada. You must analyze the job description and the job position and determine what would be a good. Oh, we got to pass in shit for all these things. We got to pass in. Let's do this. I'm going to always pass in the previous questions. This is previous questions, not the answers. That doesn't matter. Post question, or we're going to have an add question thing. It just adds to these previous questions, because I want to say, look at these previous questions, and based on like these previous questions, like think of another question, so it's not doing the same question over and over and over again. Which you send, yeah, yeah. The honestly, the embeddings don't have a huge use to them compared to just using, like, honestly, like, yeah, the LLMs are pretty good. Vectorizing is awesome. Like when you don't have, I do vectorizing for a product I'm building, and it's great for efficiency. And it's great when like I'm using it to extract information. It's great for information retrieval, LLMs aren't very trusted for information retrieval. So it's like vector DBs have a huge use case in industry, but like for stuff like this, it's like beyond the trust and all that. Like LLMs are very, if you use a powerful LLM, it's very good as a knowledge base. Well, I'm saying that depending on what you're doing, in a lot of situations it isn't a lot, but so far it's pretty good when there's not a lot of precision involved. Oh yeah, it is. It's definitely the future of databases. Um, the yeah, it's definitely like a database thing. When I was fucking around with but yeah, the Chroma and Pinecone are pretty cool. Yeah, I think making your own is cool too. Looking up how DPR works is pretty valuable, I think. All right, so we're gonna use these previous questions. So let's. Oh, this context window is gonna be too big. Hold on a second. We might have to summarize the job description. Let me think. Or taking the first pair. We might have to cut the job description sometimes. Let me think. By the way, the tokens is typically 1.3 the amount of word count. So when you want to calculate the token length of something, try to use 1.3 times the word count. Yeah, but they just running vectorized DB. If you need to save and use data, yeah, info of internet. Yeah, AIs already kind of have up to date internet, or at least GPT-4, which is crazy, which is like nuts. Let's have a little thing. So we could say, here are the previous questions. And then we could say, new line, so an F string. So I forgot. We can't. I don't think we can do this. Oh, we can. We can do this. What is self? Oh wait, no, we don't want to do this. A sec. How should we do that? We have to get it whenever this gets used. Let's say get template. I just want to wait to always get previous questions. If there's previous questions, I'm just doing that logic right now. Sometimes I do a ton of logic before anything that really happened. I get it. Do that a lot. All right, let's do this. This is the question prompt. So we have self dot previous questions. So we're gonna have questions. We do new line. Say question. Yeah. Wait, what am I doing? And we do dot join. I think that'll do that. Yeah, that'll do that. Nice. All right. Hey Jared, yesterday's podcast was chill. Oh, nice. I'm glad you liked it. Avidav. I like the project you're working on. Yeah, this one. I'm like, I wanted to make something that like is valuable for like training for interviews because I think one, a lot of people are doing that, and I think You need to have a little coder companion with you. All right, so questions. I think this should handle the questions. And then for the template, oh, I totally forgot. Let's not. Well, yeah, let's do this. String formatting here is a little confusing. We don't have to, we're not going to do this. We're going to put the template in here. Yeah, this makes way more sense. And then we're going to do question prompt right here. And then we're going to, the general prompt is going to go right here. All right. This is just, I just want to make dry code. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? All right. So let's return this. Code dry. People will be like, what is dry code? What's wet code? Well, wet, I'll tell you what wet code is. Wet code. Dry code is do not repeat yourself. Wet code is the opposite of dry code, which aims to reduce the repetition of code. The reason behind wet code is write everything twice. I'm not going to get into that. No one cares. Software developers are dorks. We're all fucking dorks. The fact that someone made an acronym called wet code is fucking embarrassing. All right, so just name it anything else. I'm thinking about building a vector B in Rust for the L's after. Oh, you should. Yeah, exactly, Malika. I write code so I can read it. Exactly. Get back to projects that are actually fun. The Rust, that sounds fun. By the way, Rust, people are developing a lot of pretty much NumPy for Rust. Look up that project. I forgot what it was called, but you can do a lot of matrix multiplication. I don't know about easy in Rust, but it's becoming easier to do in Rust. Take that for whatever you want it to be. I haven't messed around with that at all, so I'm not a good. But I was researching how to do some neural net stuff in Rust, and I found some pretty good resources, and I was like, oh wow, because like a lot of people do want to make it so you can do neural net shit in Rust without like. Yeah, no, there's ND array. Yeah, I'm not talking about ND array. There's another project. I totally forgot what it was. I shouldn't even have said it unless I knew the name. Sorry. All right. So first you must analyze the job description and the job position and determine what would be I said good. What would be a challenging interview question to vet for this role. Generate an interview question that would vet candidate based on their problem solving abilities and general domain knowledge. That's so generic. This is the generic prompt, by the way. That's why I'm making it generic. We went separate prompts for the other 4 things that we have. Yeah, you'll have to use ND array. Yeah, but I mean, there's like a project for it. Fuck, I totally forgot what it's called. I don't want to put you on like a whole goose hunt. I really wish I remember what it was called, but During an interview question that would vet the candidate based on their problem solving abilities and general domain knowledge. Use specific try to keep the question generic to the job position rather than focus on language specifics. I'm actually just going to say this for now. I don't know. I don't want to say too much, actually. Only respond with the interview question, not respond any other things with anything other than the interview question. All right, so that's the prompt. Oh yeah, we have to do the part where they have questions. Oh, the question type. So this will be a question type. Oh shit. This will be the question must be a blah 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 question. I'm gonna yell at it. All right, cool. So that's gonna be good for that. What else is needed? What else is needed? Might be kind of the context window might be a little big. We can also limit the questions. It's gonna for now only get the last up to 5 questions. No, we also want to say solve previous questions. Else make this empty. Okay, cool. All right, let's run this function. Or let's put it all together. Okay, so the way this works is when they generate this questions thing, which you got to make the function for this. So I'm scaffolding beforehand. I'm scaffolding, figuring out the whole structure here. So I haven't tested code in a million years. What has it been, an hour since I have tested any code? Aren't libraries like NumPy and SciPy mostly all written in C, wrapped in Python? Yeah, yeah. Which is a benefit. But Rust is you're in a new world in Rust. You're in a new world. All right, so for generate questions, we're gonna loop through. We're gonna have the process that loops through the question count or range 0, comma question. Wait, what? Okay. So in the range of this, we're gonna go, and the routine is at the position on. We can just make the prompt right here. Let's create the prompt instance, which is going to be, we pass in the job description and job position, which I don't know why I didn't put this in here. We're just being prompt. Isn't this what people say when they say prompt engineering? Prompt engineering is such a fucking. It is a stupid statement, like, or a stupid phrase. Like, and I'm technically doing it here. So what does that say about me? No, it doesn't. It's not really an engineering. It's organization. It's like you don't really build these. I guess you do. It's more of like prompt summation. I think yeah, prompt summation. I think that's more prompt aggregation. You're a prompt aggregator. There's going to be people whose jobs are prompt aggregator, prompt combinatorics. What fucking asshole is gonna have that on his like resume? He like he like prompted ChatGPT something. He's like prompt combinatorics. I'm a prompt combinatorical engineer. They're like, you're a retard. He's like, yeah, yeah. What would be the benefit of doing stuff in Rust besides being able to say use Rust? That's funny. No, I legitimately that is why you're right. Even though there's truth to that, I legitimately do think Rust is pretty cool. Um, it's really nice having to not worry about um, a lot of the safety provisions that people have had to develop when it comes to memory and C. Um, like the fact that every function handles its own memory in a safe way is a lot better than. I mean, I'm not gonna say it's better, but it's like it's definitely a lot safer. You have to worry about less, and also like smart pointers like suck. The I really like Rust pointer system, and I like that. I feel like it's more natural than having like all these different fucking types of pointers to manage. It's why I don't like messing with memory. It's why I love Python. It's really just a waste of time a lot. Fine tuning is just warming up the AI to answer better, but doesn't work as well as people say. I actually am using a new Convo. Yeah, fine tuning is interesting because I don't know how valuable the longevity of fine tuning really is. Like I don't know. I don't know if fine tuning is going to be like a thing for very long. Um, like just being straight up, like no, that's not really what I want to say. It'll always be a thing, but what I'm it's not. It's always going to be a thing. That's not what I mean to say. I just think the stronger LLMs get, I think you're more so going to have a lot of really small, like specifically trained, fully trained models rather than like, but you're probably always going to have people making generic models. But I think the future is more so having a lot of um, workers rather than having like you have to spend a lot of money to fine tune for a specific task. C allows you. I agree with the safety aspect, but go look through glibc binding package or the Nix package, unsafe code everywhere. Yeah, well, everyone writes unsafe code though. C allows you to shoot yourself, especially when you're trying to like build a. It's funny. Safety is. It's almost like this measure of like you like have to write unsafe code, but it's like how much. What's the percentage of unsafe? And by the way, we're talking about memory. By the way, I don't mean like security. Obviously, I don't mean security. Security is not. You don't want to like that's not something, but it's like you got to manage your memory leaks. C allows you to shoot yourself in the foot. C++ gives you a shotgun, and Rust gives you a BB gun. Interesting that C++ gives you a shotgun. That's funny. I don't know about that. You could say that for everything that has objects, because objects just make everything confusing when it comes to memory. You could say as soon as a language has objects, it's just shotgun. So maybe you're right about that. All right, so The routine is okay. So we initialize prompt. We get a prompt class. I don't do the whole. I try not to do the whole like XP naming shit, naming conventions. Um, yeah, it's like as soon as like I like the idea. Does anyone know what it's called? Like the way of it's the way of creating objects where you're just joining. It's combinations. Like you're just combining types, and that's the only like you just have like set amount of types, and then you just join everything, and everything's a different combination. I totally forgot what that was called. I mean, like the way of doing that. Because someone was saying that it was some like popular tweet where someone was saying that that's like the way to go, and I have no opinion on it because I've never done used that. I've only ever used like like creating these like big structs and big like figuring out or creating a class, and then they're saying that it was an alternative to object oriented programming. And I was like, huh, I've only ever made classes, so I don't know. Like attributes make sense. Does anyone know what that's called? I've never done that. So I'm like when he said it, I'm like, maybe. I don't know. Like that sounds kind of crazy, but I feel like that would get logically over time that would get really confusing. Everything's just summations, and you have to kind of you're always creating primitives all the time. I feel like wouldn't that be confusing as shit? I don't know. All right, so okay, so we get the template, and then we get this. Oh wait, we never have to run get template directly. We run get template right here. Wouldn't that be super confusing? I feel like that would be like they were saying, oh, everyone's object-oriented programming is like such a stupid way to do it. And I was like, but wouldn't that be way harder? Like harder, I mean, because like, when you're talking to engineers, the engineer is like, oh yeah, let's get the question types. When you're talking to engineers, they're like, oh yeah, we got to import random. The engineer's like, no, this is correct. This is the most correct thing, which is fine. Sometimes, what's the simplest thing? Objects aren't bad. I think object oriented. It's almost like only primitives. Um, dude, I totally forgot what it's called. It's in I think Lisp it does it. I've never like written Lisp for more than an afternoon, so there are many ways to code the same thing. It feels to me best for you and your team. There's no wrong way. It's true. Whatever's best for you and your team is the way. I think Rust implements a good balance between object oriented. Yeah, by the way, what I'm saying, it's a functional programming thing. I just forgot what it was called. It might be the Lisp way of doing it. That's actually why I code in Rust. Jokes aside. Oh, really? What functional parts of Rust do you like? I I've only dipped my toe, so I don't know functional features. Do you mean it just has a lot of like functional paradigms written in it, or is it actually meant to be coded functionally? All right, cool. So let's get. So this is our general prompt. So we'll have something that's like if one of these. Fuck. Actually, let's make this a global. Yeah, let's make it a global. Let's make it a global. Only because I want to say general. We're not. It doesn't. The global doesn't matter right here. I get it. Uh, then we'll add these together. All right. So it's fine. It's fine. Streamlit's also weird. Um, try to avoid it, but it's. I mean, there's a lot that we could be doing differently. All right, so we could say, what is it? I can do that. And then I could say prompt equals the general prompt. And then we'll just have, for now, we'll pass this. We'll only test the general ones, but we're going to keep adding else ifs for the other types of questions and get the prompts for those questions. And then here we're going to pass. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. But we're not going to ever run this. But or run this else. This is never going to have an else statement. I think when you stay purely functional, no mutability, it allows for easier parallel iteration. Oh, wow. Makes sense. Yeah, I assumed mutability is, I mean, they make it so easy to write immutable. I assume that, like, there's, like, I don't think I would, like, what are instances in Rust where immutability is a benefit? Because when I was going through the Rust little handbook that they had, I was like, well, seems like everything's written for it to be immutable. So I just didn't really see, other than convenience, like see a use for it. So coding back in the 80s. Oh, dude, I don't know what that is. I don't know what any of that is. Moonlander, yeah, dude, I don't know. You're speaking Chinese, Maliki. I don't know what any of that 10 CLS 20. Yeah, I don't know. It's fine. All right, but let's go to get prompt for this. We return the prompt. All right, so that gives us the prompt. Now we can pass the prompt to the Llama 2 request function. I'm actually curious what the benefits of mutability in Rust. I don't and then this should only return with the question. Yeah. And then for the prompt, we can do prompt add question just to, oh, we gotta, yeah, this is fine. This is fine to add in here. This is this, we could say got question, then we run the question right here. Oh, speaking between multiple threads. That makes sense. Oh, okay. Use base statics, then objects for the floating data. Are you saying for Rust? But Maliki? But yeah, that makes sense. Going between threads. Really, it seems like if you're not doing multi-threading, there's not much of a benefit over C. Okay, so we get the question, we add the question to the prompt layer. Saying layer is not really layer. All right, so we get prompt. What else? What am I missing? What am I missing here? Oh yeah, we gotta like do shit with the questions. So we gotta st.session_state questions. Well, actually, I don't like doing this. It's just not. No, let's not do it. Hold on. Let's set this like that. Yeah, let's do this. We'll set the state when this function runs. Only when this function runs. Yeah. That makes sense. Yeah. Only because in the way Streamlit works, when you set these global states, everything just gets kind of fucked. Like when you default states. I found that in the Hollywood writer, it just made everything fucked. Default states don't do Rust. Oh, you're talking about C#. I was about to say like statics. Like I didn't read that in the manual there. Yeah, that's the one thing I'll be honest, one of the reasons why I tried to avoid C# sharp is because of all the async shit. It looks like a cool addition, but whenever I see async, it kinda freaks me out. It's a little magical. Um, and I totally might be wrong about that. That's not at all, I'm not saying that's, like, a fact or anything. Uh, it just definitely freaks me out whenever I see async stuff in, uh in syntax. And I fucking do tons of JavaScript, so what does that mean, right? Right, so we'll get the answer. We'll get the answer in a sec. Was the question the answer? And let's do that for now. Oh, question type. Totally forgot. Question type. Then we'll pass question type. Yeah, that's also another reason why I stayed away from a lot of visual C++ shit. Yeah, async Rust sucks. Everything async sucks. In languages. Oh, dude, Go is great. Go is great for coroutines. I remember I had to learn Go for an interview, and it was this. I didn't take the job because it was like a fucking dude. I looked at the pay. It was like in Europe, and I was like, oh, dude, Europe sounds great. It was in it was the Things Network. I don't know if anyone knows them, but like, dude, I looked at the pay, and they were very nice, and it was like a very awesome setup. I think it was Amsterdam or something like that, and I was like, oh, nice. I'll like move there. And then like I looked at the pay and I was like, what the fuck? Like I was like, I took a job in New York instead. But I was like, dude, Go's great. Like I had to make this chat server for the interview, and I was like, oh, this is tight. Um, the, the what are you talking about? I use mutex to ensure one app is running, and async is the he's talking about in Rust, Millie. But I try to do an async trait with static and Rust. It's hell. Oh, dude, that sounds horrible. Also, like you have to use statics in Rust. Like that doesn't sound nice. But I feel like outside of OOP, I feel like statics are kind of unless you do a lot of OOP in Rust. I don't know if uh, if that's like something that's a big Rust thing. Um, yeah. So the one problem I have with a lot of async shit is I part of why I try to avoid async is that concurrency is really hard. And I know I'm not pushing. I promise you, I'm not pushing JavaScript right now. But outside of JavaScript, um, async is pretty outside of if your runtime isn't built for async. I think it's super hard. That's why things like Nginx. It's like if you have an async server, I would honestly just offload everything to that. Unless you're, and I don't mean just in server and in like taking user server stuff, user server input. I just mean in general. I feel like concurrency, it's super easy to get locked. Well, concurrency itself is very runtime. It's based on like, can the runtime handle CPU? Is it meant to handle CPU cycles or not, or is it actually like built for concurrency? So I always just try to avoid. I try to just avoid async in general in the language world. Um, Obviously, unless like you have to. I'm not saying that's not like a suggestion or anything. All right, so here's the question. All right, let's show it. Let's run it. um, how's this gonna work? Let's move this title down. How's this gonna work? It's got to be right here. Okay. I'm gonna have a state here that's like empty. And this is gonna be the body container. So they have this empty thing where whenever you add something to it, it empties it out. So it's a pretty good thing for like stateful content for multiplayer game. For me, it's second nature. Yeah, no, yeah, async's fine. Yeah, I'm not trying to shit on it. I just feel like it can just get slow really easily when you have like a lot of interactions. I guess I am talking about user shit. If you have a lot of user shit, async can be hard. Um, okay, so body container. Let's do if questions in st session state st dot questions for question in questions question st dot let's just do markdown for everything. Markdown. We'll have like a if answer thing. Oh, do they have drop downs? Streamlit. Yeah, one little like back end trick if you want to be able to scale easily is really try to not do a lot of scaling in your code. If you catch my drift. There's a reason why, and I don't mean don't write. I'm not saying write bad code. I'm just saying a lot of it is not about the code. If you're like a back end developer, a lot of if you understand, you'd be surprised how much understanding cloud computing can help you understand architecture. Because if you can look at why certain AWS, AWS services, they have like a million fucking services. But if you look at why those services are created, you're like, wait, scaling has nothing to do with like memory efficiency. Like, not nothing, but it has very little to do with it. Not nothing. Obviously, especially if you have like you're doing AI, but or if you're doing like a game, like gaming's totally different. But like gaming's totally different with stuff like this. But a lot of it is like balancing loads and caching. A lot of it's just caching. Uh like people just like caching's the god at these companies. It's like who can cache the best, who has the most servers. Why am I just looking at these docs over and over? All right, let's go to the docs. Oh, a second. What's my time at? I want to make sure I got a good time. Why does it keep telling me about bookmarks? Dude, I don't care about bookmarks. Like they're like for quick access, place your bookmarks here. Dude, I don't care about bookmarks. I don't think I've ever used a bookmark. How do I get rid of this message? Well, they keep saying the same fucking message. Okay. All right. So let's go to installation main concepts. API reference. I don't know why I said such a brain fart right there. All right. I want to see what am I trying to do? Oh yeah, I want to see if they have an expander element. chart input, media, layouts, data elements. No. I used this before. I swear I used this before. Layout and containers. Expander. Yeah. With SD, expander, answer, markdown, question, answer. Answer goes here. We didn't do the answering yet. We're going to have something up here that's like markdown. Oh, all these need to have keys, so we got to enumerate this. Okay, so let's do question number, and then key equals I, key equals I, key equals I. And then this is going to be that. Okay. Why does this look weird? Oh, you know why? Because it's got a, oh shit, actually. How's this going to work? Let's do container. Yeah. I think I want to say with body container. How's this going to work? Got container. I don't think that works, but I'll try that out. It sucks a lot of OG programming guys are dying off. I hope the midwits do not take over. Midwits always take over because they're better socially. So they socially engineer themselves to make decisions because they suck, and it's the Dilbert effect. Look at the Dilbert effect. So it's like dudes will literally suck, and then they'll get higher in management because they suck. I don't know. I can't. That's not really the difference. But let me finish this out. No, like you won't get, like, they get higher up because they suck. So go up. Not trying to be a doomer. Not trying to be a doomer. Just doomer. And I'm not the only one. Where is the app? And they say I'm a coomer. And I'm not the only one. All right, we got the interview codes, job position. Let's go get a job. Software engineering roles. Hard workers don't progress. Yeah, hard workers create actual value, so they won't progress. It's the social, like, soy face people that. No, that's not always the case, by the way. That's not like shitty. Like some, I'm not trying to be a doomer about that. Some places are really, they do value people's like hard work. But if you're in like middle, like if you're in an intermediary company, if you catch my drift, if you're in a business that, you know, you just impress shareholders and that's it, hey, you might not have a lot of career trajectory. All right, lead nuclear surety software engineer. Like they need someone to do like this job right here. So they need someone who actually knows how to like do shit to have this job, or else unless like nuclear bombs will go, not bombs, but you know what I'm saying. Like the facility will get destroyed. You think they're gonna let the guy who's good at talking to do this job? No, they're gonna make it so he manages. Just being real. All right, we don't have to. All right, so let's take all this stuff. It's the job description. Okay. Now we'll just do 3 questions and we'll do yes or no or multiple choice. And it's getting these randomly, and then we'll generate the interview questions. Whoops. So we have a bug. Generate questions. Oh, I have self in this for some reason. All right. Let's run this again. Okay. Not enough arguments for string format. I knew I would do that. Why is there not enough arguments for the string format? Dude, I always do this. There's one right here. I knew I would do this. Wait, what? Why is this broken? Use the base LLM to scrape news and make the most doomer takes possible. Dude, that would be great. That would be incredible. Homer Simpson working at the power plant plus today's workforce. Yeah. Yeah, you don't want to have like, one thing I always think about is like people who've been to Russian, like the Soviet Union countries, they'll always talk about how people just stopped caring. And you can go to one of these countries now. So you walk into a business. It's not like in America where people are like, "Oh, do you need anything?" It's not like that. And you can see it happening in America now. It's the slow degradation of society. Dang, I sound like a fucking doomer right now. I'm not. I'm actually very optimistic. I was reading the Constitution today. Use the base LM to scrape news and make the most doomer takes. Dude, that's so funny. Making a doomer, I should make a doomer Twitter account based off of like that just auto does doomer takes. That's fucking hilarious. All right, Control S. Yeah, there's only one S here. So why is this doing multiple ones? Get template. Not enough arguments for the string format. What? So I'm executing the function. It's returning. Get prompt for what? Let's see. Template. I know I'm doing something so stupid. Always something stupid. Is it the strip thing? Diversity hires. Yeah. Yeah, everyone's just hiring like the most victim person they can. They're like, do you want racialisms? Here's a $200,000 job where you're in charge of like how people like the nuclear codes. It's like maybe this is not a great idea, and it's like, and you'll interview these people, and it'll be like, so can you? It's like, okay, let's not do the JavaScript part because you can't fucking do that. So can you like spell the word like uh dude, imagine if software engineering jobs they've gotten to the point that where they're like, can you spell the word documentation? And then I'm the bad guy for bringing it up. I get it. It's okay. I'm not even for anyone who's upset. I'm I'm not even. It's I get it. I get it. I get it. Totally get it because I'll know people that will like. I don't know. I feel like because I grew up with like some liberal people, and like I feel like they get super like what I said's real. Like I've legitimately been in interview like where I've had to help interview people, and it was I'm not gonna say what company or what the situation was, but like I'll legitimately be like, okay, so you guys just picked up like anybody, and then I'll like really think I'm like, oh, it's because she's a black woman. Oh, okay, so you guys are like fucking idiots, the people running the company. So you're just like, let's find any fucking like let's find a gay, let's find a fucking it's like you just insert whatever identity and then they're like, let's give you the senior role. Nah. I get it. I get it. People don't want to talk about it though. It's okay. I'll talk about it. I'll talk about it. You don't have to people would DM me and be like, dude, I like the base tangents. Uh so I'll take the heat. It's okay. When I was a young in the oil patch in the late 80s, we always had to hire 40% of the crew local natives. We were usually shorthanded daily about 40, 35. Dude, Malik, you've had an interesting life. We were usually shorthanded daily about 35% and 45%, only 50%. So what was that a law? So you had to hire 40% local native? Was that like a just the company or was that like a law? Because you're in Canada, right? That sounds that's crazy. That's crazy. That's is that a law? I feel like that's a weird like rule. All right, so oh, it's this. I'm saying prompt equals. All right, let's just do question prompt. I think that has to be it. Yeah, it's a law. Reminds me of a time I had a math teacher that handed out a quiz with the question spell parallel. Some people still missed it when the word was in the question. That's funny. He sounds funny. All right, so I have no hate for any people or anything like that. I just want to be very anyone who hey go get that bag. Yeah, fuck these tech companies. You go get that bag, Shaniqua. You go get that bread. No hate, no hate for me. I get it. You gotta learn them codes. You gotta get them codes. All right, let's do. Oh, head of engineering. Let's do a software engineer. Something in my eye. Oh, I'm just a simple gay Mexican transgender. I'm just trying to get a job. Give me that job, yo. I used to be in a gang, and then I learned JavaScript. There should be like an after school special where it's like we took these street kids and then we taught them JavaScript, and now and now they got something right. It's like and now they make the fucking. It's like man, I let the streets, and now I make the content that destroys your little kid's brain. It's like cool. All right, so the job description. Let's actually just take the job description and responsibilities, and the requirements, because I think that's what people will be pasting into this. Like a fucking after school special. A guy with like a backwards hat. Learn JavaScripts. All right, so let's paste here. Let's generate 3 questions. Generate questions. Oh, nice. Okay, so now that's actually a prompt, and that looks like not a huge prompt. Nice. Okay, let's import requests. I don't know why I didn't import that. Should rerun. Why is this in a different? I keep going into Safari. What am I doing? That's such a funny, dude. That'd be such a funny sketch where it's like some like after it's like some after school special where it's like learn the codes, and they just like get these like functionally retarded people and teach them how to code, and they just destroy like the business. You know why it's funny? It's funny because it's true. Here, it's a here at GitHub. We only hire people. Oh, nice! It's running now. Here at GitHub, we only hire people to fight racialisms. I know racialisms isn't a word, by the way. I don't agree with it. They should have all the jobs if they want them on the land. But thing is, they don't, and the jobs they get, they don't do. That's crazy to have a law that you have to hire like or 40% of a crew has to be local native. That seems a little okay. Design a scalability and secure architecture to protect our company's proprietary cybersecurity technology from advanced persistent threats while also ensuring seamless integration with our existing systems tool. Please provide a high level overview of your. Yeah, I guess that's an okay question. Yeah, that's not a bad question. It's not bad. Design a scalable and secure architecture to protect the company's proprietary cybersecurity technology from advanced persistent threats while also ensuring seamless integration with our existing systems and tools. Please provide a high level overview of your proposed solution. One of Sam Hyde's TED Talk was what inspired me is his teaching. I remember that from Sam's TED Talk. That's so funny. Fuck yeah! What inspires me is teaching African refugees how to program JavaScript. Dude, that's so funny. Teaching the fishes, dude. It's like fucking like, and you know what would be really funny in the skit if like all the they're trying to teach all these like literally like crips, these like fucking like 15-year-old crip kids to like to code, and the kids just rob all of them. They're they're like, hey, all you kids get an internship here at Meta. It's like here you're gonna learn how to combat the racialisms with codes, and then like the kids rob all of them. That's so funny. Teaching African refugees JavaScript. No, JavaScript is for after is like when you have resources. You learn like I have the fortune of learning this because I have food. It's like you don't. It's like it's actually fucking crazy how our society's set up. By the way, this actually did work. It's just like not. It's fine. This is just the general question, so it's fine. It's fine. It didn't do yes or no or multiple choice. That's fine. For now, let's just show the question. It didn't show the question. So I don't know what the fuck happened there. And also the loop stopped too. Oh no. Oh wait, hold on. Oh no, it did do the loop. I'm just an idiot. Nice. This is option from the drop down below. Okay. That's not I didn't say to do that, but okay. So I gotta do a couple things in the prompt. I gotta say you might if you are given previous questions, please think of a unique question not related to the previous question. That's okay. I don't want to say generic to the job position. Try to keep your question. I don't want to. I don't even want to say that honestly. Yeah. We can make. I don't want to tell it to be generic. Not to do that. Opposition view. If they don't want to learn to fish, let them starve and see how long it takes for them to take up fishing. That's like how you teach a kid. I feel like it's like, oh, you don't want to learn to fish? Well, you could just live out here. It's like life's tough. Let me think how exactly. Oh, you know what? I don't need to do this empty thing. We can actually do. We don't have to do with or anything like that. Let's do this. Questions. Then we do questions dot append. All right, let me try this again. Should have refreshed. Hold on a second. This should. I'm gonna print questions. St state question. It didn't refresh. What? When you save, it's supposed to auto refresh. You stupid computer. Oh, I didn't click to always rerun in this browser. Duh. Now it should rerun. Oh, yeah, there's no key. Wait, what? I thought there was supposed to be a key. Okay. Let's do answer. Good, cool. Question one, nice. Question one, here's the multiple choice question, yada yada. Please select one of the above options from the drop. There's not gonna be a drop down menu. It's been very liberal. Okay. Oh, and I gotta say the question type. So I gotta say now we're generating questions. So we got that far. We're gonna say type, and we're gonna say question type. How do you color shit? Color text streamlit. color text. So stream is a little hacky. I'll be honest, but I like hacky shit. Obviously, if there's anything you know from the streams, I like hacky shit. Okay. Thanks. No, I got the answer thing. Let's see. Color text was just announced. How do you use color text? Here's a way to do it with F strings. Okay. I don't know why blue. How do I use it though? Why am I complaining? Nothing happened. I'm like mad at oh, this is how they do it? Okay, fine. Um okay. It's kind of okay, that's fine. That's not bad. I actually kind of like that. I was going to complain, but I actually kind of like that. Just use say orange for now. Okay, so let's whoops. This is unmatched. Oh yeah. Okay, type yes or no. Type multiple choice. Okay, cool. Yes or no is kind of like a fucking weird question. This isn't really a yes or no question. It says, could you describe the scenario? So you could say yes. No, this is an open ended question. And also, this one isn't yes or no. It's not doing the yes or no. Should I just get rid of yes or no? It's kind of a stupid. I have multiple choice. I don't need yes or no anyway. Kind of a stupid option to have. All right, cool. So we have. Let's do the answering real quick before we do the other questions. So really, oh yeah, I gotta tell it not to respond with all that shit. Yeah, I gotta be like, reiterate this. Only respond with your interview question. Do not respond with anything other than the interview question you generate. Should be answer. I think Maliki, he has it as answer. Yeah, I already fixed the answer thing. I'm pretty sure I already fixed. Yeah, I already fixed that. Yeah, yes or no doesn't help. Yeah, that wasn't a. There's no. It's just multiple choice or open ended. And the multiple choice can be yes or no. All right, cool. So yeah, let's try answering them. Go to the experiment is going to say C answer. The answer goes here. Yeah. All right, cool. C. I'm going to say, I could say C example answer if it's like open ended, you know, because it's like, that's not really. I just realized, can I do that in here? Can I say green? Do that? Fuck yeah. Nice. C answer. Nice. Question one, question two. These colors are, you know, all right. Let's see. Nice. All right. Cool. Let's go now. And we're progressively using the previous questions and making sure we don't do the same question again, which is nice. This one didn't fucking do it though. You see that? It did the same question twice. You know what? I didn't tell it to use the previous questions and to think of something unique until now. So we'll try it again with the new ones. Anyway, let's do the answer. Let's do the answer. See how quick it is though? Run pod's fucking very useful. Oh, it's all good. Just Bob. Answer spoiler. Oh, true. Yeah, spoiler. Spoiler. Yeah, that's better. All right, cool. Let's do the answering. So, with the answering for each question, we're going to say, we're going to get the prompt for, we got to write this prompt. The answer prompt. I love setting things up first so things are fucking simple. Love it. All right, so this is, so we're going to get prompt for answering the question, and we're just going to pass in the question. We don't need anything else. Let's go define this prompt. See how we structured it in the beginning, and now it's fucking easy. Everything's easy. Not easy. All right, and then we're just going to use the same structure right here. Only respond with the answer. Do not respond to anything other than the answer. Oh, we don't need to do the this template right here. Hold on. Yeah, we don't need to do. We can just have a new template that doesn't. We don't need to do all this shit. We just do. This one's way simpler. Way simpler. Here is the interview question you need to answer. The question goes here. Fuck. What did I just do? Fuck, I just overwrote the wrong thing. Hold on. What, did I mess anything up? All right, let's add this. Let's do this. We don't have to use the template here. It's not useful. The template's for all the other stuff we have to do. The answering separate. The answering, we just care about the it asks for 5 question answers at a time. That way you have better chance for unique. Oh well, we're using the previous. We're passing the previous questions to each prompt next. So we're just adding. We're adding like the last 5 questions for each prompt. But I know you're saying ask for five different ones. Do you think that'd be better? All right, let's see. So you're a software engineering. You're a software engineer, a senior software engineer bot. Your role is to answer software engineering interview questions given a software interview question. These instructions, you must determine whether this question is multiple choice or open-ended, and respond with, if it's an assessment, I'm going to ignore it. We're not going to show the answer for the assessment, actually. So let's actually do this real quick. I know they can generate code. The assessment's like a whole project. So we're not doing that right now. I know you can do the whole like generate code base thing. Oh, I said, let's just say question object. And then let's say if answer equals answer, and then we do that. And then we could say if question type is not equal to. I've been doing so much Python. I haven't written not equals to in like a long time. Answer is none. Typically don't default variables in Python. All right, so what was it called? I kind of hate doing this, but I'm gonna use this. I'm gonna make static variables for all this. Am I? Did I just say that because it's the right thing to do? Am I actually gonna do that? Do I have time to do? Like, I shouldn't just say shit. So yeah, I'm gonna go clean the code up. Am I? All right. So actually, what we want to do here is if answer in question. Do all this shit. Okay. All right. So what are we doing? Oh yeah, answering. Okay. So you're a senior software engineer bot. Your role is to provide an answer to software engineering interview questions given an interview question. You must determine whether the given question is multiple choice or open-ended and respond ended. You must respond with an accurate answer, and if question is open-ended, provide an in-depth reason for why your answer is good. And with remember, this is educational, so I'm trying to get it to break down why your answer would be good for as if an engineer had to review your response to prepare for an interview. If there are any technologies or architectures, design paradigms that you utilize in your answer, provide brief definitions for each of these. Specific. Here is the interview question you need to answer. Okay. And I don't actually for this one, I don't need to kind of tell it to provide like a specific thing. This one time. All right. So now we get the prompt for, we don't need to collect the answers, so it should be fine. So we pass in the answer prompt, get the answer back, and then we should be good. Okay. Let's we don't have to refresh. Okay. This is the job in senior full stack engineer. And this job is this shit. It's just a full stack developer, senior. Okay, so questions. Hold on. Enter. Make these bigger. I'm kind of a weirdo about that. Little questions you want. The amount of questions you want. What type of questions you want to generate? Okay. All right. So let's generate 5 questions here, multiple choice and open ended. Based on this input, let's generate the interview questions. Oh, I gotta have a loading state. Well, they already do a loading state here, but that's fine. Still running. I gotta have like a done thing. I gotta have a loading state. Obviously, I need a loading state. Okay, so far this is actually working pretty well, by the way. I was like, nice. I don't need to log the fucking prompt every time. I don't know why I'm doing that. Yeah, I'm doing that right here. I definitely don't need to do that. Print. Is it still running? It's still running? Huh. It's taking a bit. Yeah, it's still running. Huh. All right. Let's just say got question. Or let's just say the length of it. It's not a big deal. And then we'll say got answer. We'll say the length of the answer. Just so it's unique. I'll log length and shit like that just because it's unique. Wait, I said 5 questions and it only gave me 1 question. All right, here's the answer. So, question: imagine you're tasked with developing a new feature for our cybersecurity platform that involves integrating with a third-party API. However, upon further investigation, you discover the API's documentation is incomplete and the support team is unresponsive. Furthermore, you have a strict deadline to meet, and the feature must be compatible with multiple browsers and devices. How would you approach this challenge? What steps would you take to ensure the success of this project? Okay. Hello, as a senior software engineer bot, I got to tell it not to obviously say that. To address this challenge, I would follow these steps. 1, research analysis, 10% of the total time. Initially, I would thoroughly review the incomplete. All right, it's doing it. This is fucking a lot of shit. I told it to be thorough. This is great. This is really, really good. This is actually very useful. Shit. It can't. Are these emojis? I don't know what this shit is. What these are. I think they're emojis. This is cool. All right, a couple things. I don't know why it didn't do. Hold on. One of these broke. Session state questions equals. Let's say if we can do this. Let's say let's default this. I think that caused issues. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong thing. I'm supposed to do questions count. Fucking idiot. All right, I gotta enumerate over questions count. Wait. No. I gotta do that and generate questions, which I am doing. So why is it not working? I mean, why did it only do 1? What line did this break? Line 173 in the append. Wait, what? Why did this append mess up? I'm gonna refresh and try again because I think I solved some of these issues. It did answer a question, so it does answer the question, which is nice. But there's another issue here. So let's add the description. Yeah, good call on not scraping. Scraper was kind of useless. Okay, so let's generate all this shit. Oh, I gotta add a loading state. Hold on. Loading state. I know how to do a loading state. It's fine. We get a loading icon. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, Pac-Man. It's cute. I did that on another stream, I think. All right, so let's make a Pac-Man who's like fucking no, dude, hold on. I don't want to do that. How do I edit the color scheme? Okay, cool. Yeah, let's use this. I don't know what. Oh, right, true. That's how I do it. Okay, so let me do that to actually make it like Pac-Man. All right, and then let's. Oh, I got to do like a copyright thing. Nah, no one gives a shit. Like I got to make it like the Black Pipe Pac-Man. Got to give him like a do rag or something, so I don't get sued. Just kidding. I don't fucking care about. It's not something I'm worried about. We're just making it look cute. We're making it look real cute. Oh, I gotta click download. God, where society's going, you know. Okay, so it's downloading. All right, so it's called Bean Eater. Yeah, this isn't Pac-Man. I don't know what I was saying. I don't know what I was saying. It's not. This is not Pac-Man. Obviously. Dang, it takes a bit, huh? I still don't know why it didn't add it sometimes. All right, so let's get this. How do you add an image? Media elements. Yeah, dot image, right? And I can just get the. I can open up the image like this, PIL. Yeah, so let's go to generate at the top. We don't have to. We can load the image up right here. In Eater SVG. Loading image. Go to. Is it done? Dang, it's still going. Also, I don't like how it doesn't progressively add it. I know there's a way I can do that. I feel like this is taking a bit. Oh, you know why? Because I used the past 3. I'm only going to use the previous questions. Past 3. Holy shit, I meant to do the last one. -3. Right? Am I doing that the other way around? All right, but either way. Right, that's how you do it. Right. I know. All right. Sometimes that gets confusing. It didn't look. It didn't. What the fuck? It didn't like do it. What? Hmm? Let's do always rerun. Oh, beaneater.svg. All right, I gotta move that file. Let's go to downloads. Let's go to date added beaneater svg. Let's go to what is this called? 10x interview. Where is this project? What? It's not in there? Where did I add this project? No. All right, let me create a new tab. Oh, it's in the base. It's in my base thing. Okay. Doesn't matter. It's fine. But all right, so 10x interview prep. Let's paste this in here. So no such file or directory. Let's force it to rerun. It says no, can't find identify image beaneater svg. I literally added it in here. Oh, do I need to rerun the server? I think I need to rerun the server. We're so close. We're so close. Let me think what else can be done here. Let's refresh. Love how simple it is. I love simple shit. Love it. I don't understand. Do I need to make it a always rerun? Oh, because does this not take in SVGs or something? I don't. Okay, well, let's just this word PIL does SVGs, right? Oh, okay. Well, I'll download it as a GIF. Download it. Like I'm in the dark ages. Okay, let's run. Let's run. Let's download. Let's download it to NX interview prep. Bean eater. A GIF. So that should load it. All right, so now let's go to st.image. Oh, actually, let's create a st empty. Where is it? Let's do like right here. St empty will be the loading state. and we'll say if loading the SD session state st loading state dot image loading image, else dot write. I think that'll clear it. I think. And we'll say and if I needed to stop using dot notation, like whatever the fuck I want. All right. We need to set this as loading right here. I feel like they're not good at doing this multiple state thing. Yeah. Either way, when this is over, we're going to set this back to false. Okay, so let's go back here and let's paste in the job description. What we offer, requirements. Okay. Amount of questions you want. I'll do 5 again. I don't know why. I'll do 3. I don't know why it was taking so long. Actually, before I do that, actually, I have no idea why this didn't add anything to the state. Oh, I know why. Because adding these objects, you have to do a deep copy. That's what I did here. Copy. Yeah, for some fucking reason, you have to do like a deep copy of this. We'll say questions. I'm pretty sure. Let's do it in here. Import copy. Yeah, like I don't know why you have to do that. I don't know why the references are all fucked up. I'm guessing they check the references maybe. Okay, so let's look up copy, deep copy. So what's my time at? Okay. All right, let's test it. Oh wait, I didn't implement this. No, I did. Okay. Okay, I think it's good. Let's generate our 3 questions. It's not the loading state's not running. Let's refresh. I don't know what's up with the loading state. Let's see. Loading. These states don't work that well. You know what I need to do? I need to pass in loading state to this. And then I need to say, why does it say session state has no attribute? Questions. What line is that? On 178? Why would session state have no attribute question? Oh, I think I know why. Generate questions. Okay, so actually, let's do this. Let's say questions. We can still do that, but let's say questions equals this. It's just all the state management's such a fucking pain, honestly. And Streamlit, you're great, but you're also kind of not. Do that. Actually, let's do the copy here as well. I think this might help. All right, so we add the question object. See if that actually affects this. It sets the loading to. When it makes requests, there's no session updates as well. Okay, so if loading in this and loading is true, and loading is truthy, then run this. Actually, don't do that. Let's pass this state to it. And then in here, setting this state, we could just set, we don't need to have a session. Set this. We could set this. Okay. Let's refresh. Just refresh. See how this one's like cleaner? See how, like I like doing some that are a little cleaner and like straightforward. Like the 10x senior engineer one was like clean, you know. All right, so like it just gets done and then it's done. All right, so let's get this. And I might do the quiz offline because I do want to release this, post it, and send it. I mean, I'll deploy it. The deployment's like a second. It's not. That's why I'm using Streamlit. I'll deploy it like I'll literally just run this deploy button. Oh, the GIF is working, but it's like, what the fuck? Okay, well, it is running a loading GIF, but I don't know what just happened there. Hold on a sec. Transparent. Make it transparent first off. What the fuck? GIF not. Open this GIF up. See if this GIF actually works. Hold on. Oh fuck! I didn't mean to load up in Chrome. Chrome's slow. Let's load this up in Brave. Yeah, it's fine. I do need to hold on. Streamlit GIFs. We don't need Pac-Man here. We want Pac-Man. I may have to specifically add HTML here. All right, it's still running. Markdown, alt text. I definitely don't want to do that. Oh, okay. Hold on a second. I'm going to get a Jiffy and then try this. Loading dog. Dogs are cool. I don't know what loading dog means. I'm assuming they'll figure something out. And let's see, transparent loading. I just want to get something that's like hosted. Oh, actually, can I do SVG? So SVG. What? Stream is a little like intense when it comes to like. Okay, let's see. They just do it like this. Okay, I'm gonna try this. Let's see. I know this doesn't matter. It does though. Loading state. Loading state. And then let's add all this fucking shit here. Okay. Oh, it finished running, and then the questions aren't shown anymore. All right. Let's rerun this. Oh, now they're showing. Oh, I see what happened. It didn't do a state update. Let's look at these answers. Nice. Awesome. Beautiful. Cool. So a couple things. I'm gonna end it here, but it's pretty much it's ready to deploy, kind of. I'm gonna finish up the other questions, and I'm gonna make it look a little pretty, and then I'm gonna deploy it. So you guys, and I'm gonna share it on the Discord. For anyone who's interested. I won't do a lot because a lot of that doesn't. It's like we did the chunk of it. Really, I would just have to add more prompts and shit. All right, so this is fun. This we have interviews, we have interview questions, we have the answers. I'm gonna make it so it's a little more clean and everything offline and posted. All right. See ya.